Step back into the sweeping adventure of The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. A film that captured hearts with its romance, action, and unforgettable performances. More than 3 decades later, the cast has taken remarkable journeys. Some becoming Hollywood legends, others shining on stage or television, and a few sadly no longer with us. Let's take a closer look at the stars of this epic classic, then and now, and discover where their paths have led since the film's release. Patrice Chéreau portrayed General Louis-Joseph de Montcalm in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 47 years old at the time. Montcalm is the French general leading the siege against Fort William Henry. Unlike many war leaders, he is portrayed with honor and restraint, offering Monroe terms of surrender rather than outright slaughter. Yet his inability to control his native allies after the fort's fall results in a massacre that tarnishes his reputation. Montcalm is a figure caught between military duty and the brutal realities of colonial warfare. In real life, Patrice Chéreau, born on November 2, 1944 in Lézigné, France, was a celebrated director, screenwriter, producer, and occasional actor. Renowned for his work in theater and opera, he was one of Europe's most innovative stage directors, particularly known for his groundbreaking 1976 Bayreuth production of Wagner's Ring Cycle. He also directed acclaimed films such as La Reine Margot, 1994. Chéreau passed away on October 7, 2013, in Paris, at the age of 68 due to lung cancer. His legacy endures as a visionary of modern European theater and cinema. Sébastien Rocher portrayed Martin in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 28 years old at the time. Martin is a small supporting character, yet his presence adds to the film's layered depiction of individuals caught in the turbulence of the French and Indian War. Rocher's role marked one of his early appearances in American cinema. In real life, Sébastien Rocher, born on August 4, 1964, in Paris, France, has built an international career in film and television. He is widely recognized for his work in American TV, including recurring roles as Michael, the powerful original vampire in The Vampire Diaries, 2011 to 2012, and The Originals, 2013 to 2018, Balthazar in Supernatural, 2010 to 2011, and Thomas Jerome Newton in Fringe, 2009 to 2011. His film credits include Beowulf, 2007, A Walk Among the Tombstones, 2014, and The Last of the Highlanders. Multilingual and versatile, Rocher has become a familiar face in both US and European productions. As of 2025, he is 61 years old and continues to work across stage, film, and television worldwide. Wes Studi portrayed Magua in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 44 years old at the time. Magua is the Huron war chief and the film's primary antagonist, driven by vengeance against Colonel Monroe for the suffering of his family. Cunning, ruthless, and fearless, he embodies the brutal cycle of violence born from war and betrayal. Magua's hatred leads him to orchestrate ambushes, manipulate allegiances, and ultimately kill Uncas in a climactic duel. Yet beneath his cruelty lies a man scarred by loss and injustice, giving his villainy a tragic depth. In real life, Wes Studi, born on December 17, 1947, in No Fire Hollow, Oklahoma, is a Cherokee actor and activist. He has been a trailblazer in portraying Native characters with authenticity in films like Dances with Wolves, 1990, Geronimo, An American Legend, 1993, and Hostiles, 2017. In 2019, he became the first Native American actor to receive an Academy Honorary Award for his contributions to film. As of 2025, he is 77 years old and remains a respected cultural icon and advocate for Indigenous representation. Russell Means portrayed Chingachgook in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 52 years old at the time. Chingachgook is the last chief of the Mohican people and Hawkeye's adoptive father. Wise, stoic, and spiritually grounded, he represents both the strength and the sorrow of a vanishing culture. His bond with his son Uncas and with Hawkeye drives the emotional heart of the film, culminating in the tragic battle against Magua, where Chingachgook's grief is palpable. The character stands as a dignified reminder of native resilience amid cultural destruction. In real life, Russell Means, born on November 10, 1939, was not only an actor but also a prominent activist for Native American rights. As a leader in the American Indian movement, he fought for indigenous sovereignty and justice, becoming a powerful voice for his people. He later transitioned to acting, with The Last of the Mohicans being his most celebrated role. Russell Means passed away on October 22, 2012, at the age of 72 due to esophageal cancer. His legacy endures both in cinema and in the ongoing struggle for Native American rights. Daniel Day-Lewis portrayed Hawkeye in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 35 years old at the time. Hawkeye, also known as Nathaniel Poe, is the adopted white son of Chingachgook and is raised within the Mohican traditions. A skilled frontiersman and sharpshooter, he bridges two cultures, the colonial settlers and the native tribes. Hawkeye's moral compass, loyalty, and sense of justice drive the narrative, as he risks everything to protect Cora Monroe and her sister against the brutal conflicts of the French and Indian War. His character embodies both wilderness strength and human compassion, making him one of cinema's most memorable heroes. In real life, Daniel Day-Lewis, born on April 29, 1957, is celebrated as one of the greatest actors of his generation. Known for his immersive method acting, he won 3 Academy Awards for My Left Foot, 1989, There Will Be Blood, 2007, and Lincoln, 2012. After a career of transformative performances, he retired from acting in 2017. As of 2025, he is 68 years old and remains a legendary, if elusive, figure in cinema. Maurice Roaves portrayed Colonel Edmund Monroe in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 55 years old at the time. Colonel Monroe is the stern, duty-bound commander of Fort William Henry and the father of Cora and Alice. His authority and determination to hold the fort against overwhelming French forces reflect both his loyalty to crown and country and his deep care for his daughters. However, his trust in the terms of surrender proves fatal, leading to the infamous massacre where many of his men and followers perish. Monroe's death symbolizes the collapse of British honor in the New World's brutal conflict. In real life, Maurice Roaves, born on March 19, 1937, in Sunderland, England, was a prolific Scottish actor known for his intensity and versatility. His career spanned television, stage, and film, with credits including Doctor Who, The Sweeney, and Judge Dredd, 1995. Admired for bringing grit and realism to his roles, he remained active well into his later years. Maurice Roaves passed away on July 14, 2020, at the age of 83 due to natural causes. Remembered as a commanding presence in British acting, Jared Harris portrayed the British lieutenant in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 30 years old during the filming. The British lieutenant is a small but telling role, embodying the younger officers tasked with enforcing discipline and order during a brutal conflict. Harris brought understated authority to the part even in his early career. In real life, Jared Harris, born on August 24, 1961 in London, England, is the son of the legendary actor Richard Harris. Over the years, he has become one of the most respected character actors of his generation. He is best known for his Emmy-nominated role as Lane Price in Mad Men, 2009 to 2012. The acclaimed portrayal of King George VI in The Crown, 2016, and his award-winning performance as Valery Legasov in HBO's Chernobyl, 2019. Harris has also appeared in major films such as Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, 2011, and Morituri, 2020. His career is defined by intelligence, emotional range, and a remarkable ability to embody complex figures. As of 2025, he is 64 years old and remains a highly sought-after actor. Madeleine Stowe portrayed Cora Monroe in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. She was 34 years old at the time. Cora is the strong-willed daughter of Colonel Monroe, whose resilience and compassion stand out in the face of violence and tragedy. Unlike many women of her time, Cora defies fear, showing bravery during captivity and an unwavering loyalty to those she loves. Her relationship with Hawkeye brings emotional depth to the story, balancing the chaos of war with intimacy and devotion. Cora's strength and vulnerability made her a compelling counterpart to Hawkeye's rugged heroism. In real life, Madeleine Stowe, born on August 18, 1958, rose to prominence in the 1980s and 1990s with films such as Revenge, 1990, Blink, 1994, and 12 Monkeys, 1995. Later, she found success on television, most notably in the hit series Revenge, 2011 to 2015, where she played the scheming Victoria Grayson. Stowe has remained selective in her acting choices, often prioritizing family life. As of 2025, she is 67 years old, remembered as one of Hollywood's most elegant and versatile actresses. Terry Kinney portrayed John Cameron in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 38 years old at the time. John Cameron is a Scottish settler traveling with his family when they become entangled in the dangerous conflict of the French and Indian War. His role, though brief, highlights the vulnerability of frontier families who were caught between warring empires and hostile territories. The Camerons' tragic fate underscores the peril faced by settlers in the unforgiving wilderness. In real life, Terry Kinney, born on January 29, 1954, in Lincoln, Illinois, is an accomplished actor and theater director. He is a co-founder of the renowned Steppenwolf Theater Company alongside Gary Sinise and John Malkovich. On screen, Kinney is best known for his role as Tim McManus in the acclaimed HBO prison drama Oz, 1997 to 2003. He has continued working steadily in both television and film, appearing in Billions, Inventing Anna, 2000 to 22, and numerous stage productions. As of 2025, he is 71 years old and remains an influential figure in American theater and television. Eric Schweig portrayed Uncas in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 25 years old at the time. Uncas is the son of Chingachgook and the last pure-blooded Mohican. A warrior of quiet strength, he exemplifies dignity, courage, and unwavering loyalty to his people. His bond with Alice Munro unfolds tenderly, offering a glimpse of love amid conflict, yet it is tragically cut short. In the film's climax, Uncas fights valiantly against Magua to save Alice, but his death marks both personal heartbreak and the symbolic end of the Mohican bloodline. The tragedy intensifies the film's exploration of cultural loss and survival. In real life, Eric Schweig, born on June 19, 1967 in Inuvik, Canada, is an Indigenous actor of Inuit descent. He became known for portraying strong Native characters in films such as Tom and Huck, 1995, and Squanto, A Warrior's Tale, 1994. Beyond acting, Schweig is an accomplished artist, crafting detailed masks that reflect Indigenous traditions. His work also includes advocacy for Indigenous youth and communities. As of 2025, he is 58 years old, respected both for his artistry and cultural contributions. Gregory Zaragoza portrayed the Abenaki chief in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 38 years old when he appeared in the film. The Abenaki chief symbolizes the presence of Native allies and leaders in the French and Indian War, adding depth to the film's portrayal of Indigenous nations navigating shifting alliances. Though his screen time is brief, the role embodies dignity, tradition, and the voice of a people often caught between colonial powers. In real life, Gregory Zaragoza, born on August 23, 1954, in the United States, is a Native American actor of Apache and Mexican descent. He has appeared in films and series such as Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, 1993, Into the West, 2005, and The Last Manhunt, 2022, often portraying Native leaders and elders. Beyond acting, Zaragoza is committed to representing Indigenous heritage with respect, ensuring visibility and authenticity for Native communities in mainstream media. As of 2025, he is 71 years old and continues to be recognized for his cultural and artistic contributions. Stephen Waddington portrayed Major Duncan Hayward in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 23 years old at the time. Major Hayward is a British officer whose devotion to Cora Munro shapes much of his journey. Initially rigid and bound by duty, his character evolves into one of tragic nobility. Though Cora does not return his love, Duncan proves his honor by making the ultimate sacrifice, offering his life to save Hawkeye, Cora, and her sister. His execution by fire is one of the most harrowing scenes, cementing his place as a figure of selfless courage. In real life, Stephen Waddington, born on November 28, 1968, in Leeds, England, is a versatile British actor with a long career in both film and television. Following his breakout in The Last of the Mohicans, he appeared in projects such as Sleepy Hollow, 1999, The Tudors, 2007, and Jamestown, 2017 to 2019. Known for his commanding screen presence, he has played warriors, nobles, and complex historical figures. As of 2025, he is 56 years old and continues to work actively in film and TV. Pete Postlethwaite portrayed Captain Beams in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. He was 46 years old at the time. Captain Beams is a British officer under Colonel Munro, representing the disciplined rigidity of the Crown's forces. Though a supporting role, his presence reinforces the military authority that struggles to withstand the overwhelming French assault. Postlethwaite's distinctive screen presence, even in a small role, lent authenticity to the ensemble cast. In real life, Pete Postlethwaite, born on February 7, 1946 in Warrington, England, became one of Britain's most respected character actors. With a career spanning stage, film, and television, he earned acclaim for roles in the Name of the Father, 1993, The Usual Suspects, 1995, Brassed Off, 1996, and Inception, 2010. Steven Spielberg once called him the best actor in the world. Postlethwaite passed away on January 2, 2011 at the age of 64 due to pancreatic cancer. His legacy remains one of immense talent and unforgettable performances across genres. Jodie May portrayed Alice Munro in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992. She was 17 years old at the time. Alice is the younger daughter of Colonel Munro, a fragile and innocent presence who is thrust into the brutal realities of war. Her quiet love for Uncas is a tender thread in the story, contrasted against the violence and despair surrounding them. In the film's tragic finale, Alice chooses to leap to her death from the cliff rather than live in captivity after Uncas is slain. Her fate underscores the devastating cost of war and love lost. In real life, Jodie May, born on May 8, 1975, in London, England, began her career at just 12 years old, winning the Best Actress Award at Cannes for A World Apart, 1988. She has since built a respected career across film, television, and stage, with notable performances in The Other Boleyn Girl, 2003, A Quiet Passion, 2016, and as Queen Calanthe in Netflix's The Witcher, 2019 to 2021. Known for her intelligence and depth as a performer, May continues to take on complex roles. As of 2025, she is 50 years old and remains an admired figure in British acting. Who is your favorite character from The Last of the Mohicans? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.